Good evening, welcome. It's Anna here. And it's Wednesday, which means it's time to use it or lose it. As you may notice, it's a bit darker than usual, and I said good evening, so that means I am late filming today. But I hope that won't matter today. So, as per usual, I am going to use up some stuff that I have. And today I actually went into my use it or lose it box and I grabbed some things from there. I grabbed a few of the collage masterboard pieces. I grabbed one of the part Christmas cards that I have tea dyed or coffee dyed and rust dyed. And this side would be covered up and that side would be journaling space. I also grabbed a few playing cards because I didn't play with playing cards for a while. And I also grabbed this envelope. This was not in the box, but I want to make I want to revisit a make that I did a few weeks back. And this small envelope will be a over the page journaling spot with for one of my small journals I'm currently working on. So to decorate, I have labels, I have stamps, I have postage stamps, I have Tim Holtz ephemera, fussy cuts, you name it. So without further ado, let's start. And I think I want to start with the envelope because I don't know if you remember, if you have seen it, but I used envelopes to either put on top of the page like so, and then on this side there was a notepad, or you can put it on that way and you would have a notepad on this side and the envelope, which is a tuck spot, on the other. So I'm going to make this into a journaling space, and I think I'm gonna take some papers out of my scrap box. I'm just seeing if I can find any that's not too small. Those are not small. Well, they're small, but they're not too small. So that is more than enough. So let's start with those. And I want my art glitter glue, and I want my coffee, of course. I've had so much to do today, so I didn't have time to film until now, unfortunately. But since it's almost summer, it's April, but since it's April, we still have a bit of daylight left. So I want to layer some papers here in different sizes. It seems like most of them are tea dyed. That's a bit wider. Maybe I should use that one. Yes, I could. Maybe some ledger. So the idea is that will be glued down and you can flip it and journal on these small pieces of paper. This is too narrow. And I don't want, since the journal itself is very small, I do not want too big a page. I'm just going through my paper again. I have this as well. This is handmade paper. That could be nice, but it's quite thick. And I have an idea that I could do, what's it called? Embossing on the handmade paper. I think that would be really good. I'm going to try that. I have some more pieces. There's a piece of end paper or something, fly leaf. No, that's too big. Let's just use those. And I want to lay them, as I said, so that they will be different sizes. Now we have a few options. When I did this in my Use It or Lose It a couple of weeks back, I used glue. I glued it down. But you could also, if you like, just put one staple here. And in that way you can also, or you can put a brad or something if you want to the papers to be removable. I don't think I'm actually going to use a staple today. So I'm going to get my stapler. And see if we can staple it today. Fast and easy. And I hope this isn't too long, too tall, and won't fit into the journal. In that case, I will have to tear some off. But let's just... Oh, no staples. No staples. Okay. I have to refill that. So wait just a second and I will be right back. There we go. I have refilled my stapler. So let's make another try. I'm just trying to level them up a bit, and then I will staple. Keep your fingers crossed that it will work this time. Yes, it did. So now you can just remove that staple if you think that this is not a good idea. I just want to press those down a little bit because they stood up. There we go. So they won't scratch the paper in the journal. So we have a little notepad that will go over the page in the journal. Lovely. I like that. Love that idea. Cannot even speak today. Too tired. It's been a long day. Well, let's get these out of the way because they can be used in another little notepad or in some other interesting way. So I'm gonna get those to the side. And let's continue with something. I'm just seeing what I have here. Let's see this. A small one, because this will be a perfect size journaling card for the small journals. So I think I'm gonna see, I have some fussy cuts I can use, and I want to add some labels as well, I think. So I'm getting out my little albums with labels in, and I have these. I have fussy cut a few of the ladies out of the. I have a big book of the history of fashion, and I also have some more here if I need another one. But I'm thinking, I was hoping that she could work here on this small one, and maybe if we ink the edges of her using scorched timber, which is quite dark, and then have something behind her as well. So let's see, we have a label of some sort, maybe. The question is, what do I want? Do I want a flower? Do I want it to be monochrome? Something like that. Maybe something with color. The journal I'm planning to use this in is red, so I could cover up the entire side the entire page if I wanted with some I have some pieces of cardstock. This is not cardstock, sorry, 6x6 scrapbooking paper that I have been tearing in, so I think I could use one of those as background. Or if I take another color of the flower, maybe I can use the, is this teal? I bet it's teal. I'm not so good at colors. Some of the colors, the base colors I can do, but teal? Yeah, I think it's teal. Let's add that to begin with, and then we will see. So I need some glue paper. I have some glue paper. I am not organized today, if you want to know. Not organized at all. So I think I'm gonna put it like this, and then I'm gonna cut it off before I glue, of course. So I'm just taking a piece of it here. There we go. Then I'm gonna glue this down, and I'm going to use my glue stick, and if it lifts, I'm gonna go in with my art glitter glue. I could have inked that, of course, but well, I seldom think ahead. And then I can put her there, and I can use a label. Maybe I should do a blue label instead. But I still want it to be kind of behind her a bit, so it covers up this Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Could do something like that, maybe? No? Maybe a green one could work as well. I should have something else there, because she is not big enough. Or I don't have to put her all the way down. I could put her a bit up and have the label. No. No, no, no. I will know when I see it, what I want to do. Let's look for other labels. Could have a big one. No, that's too big. Fleur de Neige, Perno. And maybe her. That's one possibility. Let's keep that there for now. Maybe use one of those. And I could also put a little stamp or something down here. Barcelona. That's good. Let's do that. I also want to ink these. Where do I have my inking paper? And I have the scorched timber, and I want my little, there it is. Didn't find it first, my little brush. So this is not my usual use to lose it, where I use up things that I have been hoarding. This is more of like, they are often a mass make, my use it or lose it, but this is more of a random ephemera making session. I am making ephemera for a specific journal, specific journals even. How about that? And I still want something down here. I could see if I have a little round label, maybe. Small round label. Oh, I know I have stamped some myself. These I have stamped and then cut out. So I could do one of those. It's like the labels you cancel out, not labels, the stamp you cancel out a stamp with. Could have that one down there. So we have both Barcelona and Lyon on the same. Maybe I can do an oval one if I have. I think I have an oval one. Yes, I do. No, I think I like the round one. It was more discreet. So let's use this one, and then we can start gluing it down. So that's an excellent way if you don't have any labels, and you can always make them yourself. Maybe we can do that sometime and use it or lose it. Make your own labels. I have used lots of instructions from, or inspiration from, different junk journal artists. For instance, Seven Plaza, she often make really cool labels. Layering stuff and stamping, and I did a little while back, I used label stamps, and I made my own labels doing, I used a phone book, no, a register from an index from a atlas, and then I got all those different numbers and stuff. So that was fun. You can use all kind of stuff to make your own labels, and don't be afraid to try. I saw one time, I don't know if it was Margaret at Seven Plaza or if it was someone else, but they used label stamps, small label stamps, and Edith Holden book, and it made most beautiful labels. She was making lots and lots of labels. Both the text and the numbers and the small leaves and lots of stuff. That was so cool. I'm gonna get that one, oops, underneath, I think. There we go. I'm just going to get my paper towel and dab off the excess glue. There we have it. Put the pin in, and then I want to round my corners on this one. So I now have a journaling card ready to go into a pocket. And I really like that. So we have finished 2 items. Let's make a few more. Where did the other fussy cut go? This lovely lady. Question is, those are way too big to put her on. I could just actually cut this shorter and put her on here. Yes, I want to do that. So I'm using my scissors and just cut that off. And then I can have her there, and then I could have something else as well. A label, of course. What kind of label would she want? She would want a no, maybe this one could work behind her. Yes, partly covered up with a hat, or I can do that, and also maybe a little label down here. I am thinking and planning, and this I think will be a tag, so I'm gonna cut it. Oh, this will be fun. An RSVP. I think that will be fine. Yes, let's do that. Inking, once again, scorched timber. And this one. And these are not from Tracy Fox, which my other labels are. They are from someone else. I can't remember who though. I cut them out, and then I well, I cut them out, and then I tossed the paper they were on, so I don't remember. They are downloaded on my computer, so because I have a few fussy cut labels that I have purchased printables. That's what I have. So let's start gluing, and I'm gonna start with this. I think so. Just checking how we are for time, because last week's Use It or Lose It became 1 hour, so I think I'm gonna try to keep this one shorter. I didn't hear any complaints though that it was too long. I got carried away. It was so much fun making those envelope flippies. I love using up envelopes. Sometimes they're new and sometimes they're really old, like this one, and I love using them in my journals in so many ways. One day I will make a video, 10 ways to use envelopes in your junk journals. Is that a good idea? Maybe when I'm done with the Use It or Lose It. because I have so many ideas, and I am actually thinking about making a special ideas book with just envelopes, because my ideas journal is too fat right now. It's huge. So I really need to make a new one. This is a corner rounder that makes the corners straight instead, so I'm just going to use that to make it into a tag, like so. Perfect. And now I'm just thinking, do I want to add a hole with a ribbon in, or do I want, no, I want to add something on top, a topper. I have this ribbon. I have it hanging up on the wall. It's a big round spoolie I found thrifting, and I have hung it on a ring on the wall. So I think I want to add this, because the red of the label, I could put it up here. Yes, that would be fun. So I'm just going to add my art glitter glue actually on both sides. And let's plop it down. There we go. And that didn't center, did it? Let me see. It's just about centered. So there we have another tag. And we have a journaling card, and we have the envelope. So what do I want to do? I'm just going to pause and go tell my son that I'm filming. Give me a second. There we go. So let's make one more thing. I think we'll skip those today and put them back into the box. And let's make what's it called? A playing card. I saw my dear friend Carol at Friendly Quail. She did such a fun thing the other day in her Try Something New Tuesday. She made paper clips, hidden paper clip with, or not so hidden, but paper clips with playing cards. And I think I'm going to try and make one. I have made a few, but I want to make another one specifically for this journal. So let's just use this. Question is, do I want this one? Because one side will show and the other one will not. No, I think I want that to show. So what I'm doing is that I'm taking a paper clip like this, and I am this side will show. I will push it in and leave a piece out like that, and then I'm going to collage over this side. So we have, this is the piece that I cut off from that one. I want to use that. I'm just going to cut off the white bottom. Then I have, this is kind of the same color scheme, and I have my Timmy people. I want to add a little person, and I know I'll have lots and lots of the small ones, so I want to add one of those. That was two of them. Just want one. That one is too big. I will try to be a bit quick. Maybe I want to add her or kid. She is adorable, but tiny. Oh, the guy with the dog. Of course I want the boy with the dog. Who am I kidding? Or should I want her? I'm going to leave two of them out. So, let's see what else I have. I think I have some little Watercolor swatches. I am not, my head is starting to shut down. I have some other pieces of paper, some stamp things. I have more Tim Holtz ephemera. I'm just reaching around my desk now to see what I have. I have this, it says journal. Oh yes, that's what I wanted to do as well. I'm reaching behind me. I have tickets, but they were way too green. Or maybe they're not. Let me see if I have something else here. Another ticket in another color. That's the same. Yes, it is. We could use that one. That is the perfect color. Let's use that one. So I'm just gonna make a little collage here. And I also have my labels right behind me, beside me, I mean. So I'm having my glue paper, and I want a more gooey glue, like the Pritt stick. And we're gonna start layering stuff. So I think I want that at the top, and maybe I can do a piece of this underneath. Like so. And do I want this or not? Maybe I want this one because that's a nice color. The whole thing is layering. You're supposed to layer. Do I want the dog? No, I don't think I want the dog. I think I want the lady, because she is more in the style of these. And of course I want labels and the ticket. I want to get that little piece out. I don't think I want the swatches. Let's use ticket. Ticket is good. And I can use I want that one, I think. That's a sample stamp that I have. Let's see if we can find a label to put down here as well. Nope, that's too black. I want more soft colors, I think. I'm just trying to see what I can do. Maybe change the label to something. A bit more soft colored. Like one of those, maybe? I could do one of those. And then I can I'm just trying to layer everything up before I glue it down. Can turn that one. And then the thing is, the idea is that you're gonna put a jangle over there in that piece of paper clip that sticks out. The best thing would be a tall label. Maybe like, no, that's not tall enough. Maybe I can do maybe I can use one of those that put it that way. That's an idea for you, right? And then I can put the little, what's it called, ticket layering down there, and her on top of it, like so. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And maybe I can put the tower up here. Or maybe I can put this one. I haven't even tried this one yet. So the paperclip makes it a bit wobbly. Well, let's start gluing. I know I want this one on the bottom. So I'm going to start with that one. And I realize now that I took out a glue stick, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use my art glitter glue. Because this is a bit shiny, so it will have a few seconds to slide around before it sticks. So this is a fun way to add extra decorations in your journals. I really like the ones that Carol did. She is so talented and has so many great ideas, or picks up on other people's ideas that I never saw. This one, I have to cut this one. I just saw that. It was too big, I didn't see. So I'm gonna do that if I can find my pair of scissors. I just had them. Put them back. I'm gonna round the corners of this one as well. And then I want the label. And I can tell that the light is really going away now. And I have probably been going an hour soon, so I'm gonna finish this and that will be it for today. And I want this down here. Perfect. This is a genuine vintage ticket. I like using up my stuff and stop hoarding them. That's the new thing here. No hoarding, just using. And this little lady, she really needs a little bit of ink because they're so white. The edges of the Timmy people are so white. So I'm gonna put her right there. Yes, I am. Way too much glue. There we go. And she will be leaning a bit. Since the paper clip is right underneath her, she could lift up a bit. But that's, I don't mind. And I'm going to look for one more thing because I think I want a stamp. Let me see. Pick out one of my stamp albums. I must have one in the same color. I'm wanting to say color scheme, but it's not. I know it's not. Maybe one of those could work. No. Or one of those. Everything is on that side. No, I don't want to cover up the rose. Oh, why did I put it to that side? I think I want a stamp. Maybe I don't. Could do with a no Timmy flowers. Oh, maybe I can, because I don't want something big, I want something small, and then I can use the same label I used on the other one, or one of those. Ooh. These are the ones I stamped with an index. Could use one of those up there, or I could use one of those. Yes, that one is perfect. Perfect. So I'm just gonna glue that down, and that will be it, because now I have almost no daylight. The sun is almost setting, so then it will be really dark really quick. So let me just quickly put things to the side so that we can see what we have been doing today. Let's remove those as well. So, 4 things. We made this lovely little tack. We made this paper clip that will go into the journal with a dangle. We have this journaling card. You can journal on the back. And we have this that will be a tuck spot with some journaling space in the journal. So that's it for today. Thank you all for being with me. I really appreciate you all, and I'm so happy that you came here and watched my video today. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Give me a comment down below what you think of this little project, and I will be back really soon with another video. Bye.